to go.
He fights like a bib.
Trying to do a good job of turning back into him, but he might, nice double leg off the cage.
He cranks heel hooks harder than Husama Paljares.
Aber ist nun erstmal in der Position, dass gucken muss, wie Klickern. Das ist vorbei.
And fans have crowned him the Viking descendant of MMA.
Es war nicht der Term, aber es sah gerade erst so aus. Ich war gerade auch ein bisschen verunsichert. Und ich glaube, Montanek ist schlafen gegangen. FREDERIC VOSGRÖNE gewinnt durch Submission.
Guys, in today's video, I'm going to tell you about the most savage MMA fighter on the planet, FREDERIC VOSGRÖNE. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive in.
Well, Flurry, was that good enough for you? I destroy these guys. I'm coming for you.
When talking about mixed martial arts, fans often throw around the term natural-born fighter, but no one fits that description better than Europe's top prospect, Frederic Leonard VOSGRÖNE. Broad shoulders, stocky, with a massive head and an iron jaw, he looks like a real live caveman born to destroy everything and everyone. However, Frederic's talent for violence wasn't always there. Born and raised in Düsseldorf, Germany, he spent many years without even thinking about a career in combat sports. Everything changed by accident. As a teenager, Frederic and his friend played a UFC video game for the first time, and that's where he discovered the fascinating world of jiu-jitsu. He enjoyed catching opponents with submissions so much that he decided to try it in real life, and just a few days later, he joined a grappling club. At that point, he already had some wrestling experience, so training progressed quickly. After some time, Frederic realized that he couldn't fully master the art of grappling in Germany, so he moved to London, where he trained twice as hard. By the age of 23, VOSGRÖNE earned his black belt under the renowned coach Dick Martin, and soon after, he took third place at the World Masters Championship. After the COVID pandemic, Frederic decided to put his grappling career on hold and try something new. And as you probably guessed, his attention turned to MMA. After several months of hard retraining, VOSGRÖNE, who took on the fitting nickname the Neanderthal, was ready for his debut fight in the middleweight division. His opponent was a big Danish fighter with a 1-0 record, Erhan Okuroglu. Frederic didn't want to give his opponent even a glimmer of hope. From the very first seconds, he unleashed relentless wrestling pressure.
Hold guard here as he's facing a wrestler.
Yeah, not surprising. VOSGRÖNE wants this one mat. See if he can get it down.
Erhan did a decent job defending on the ground and kept trying to crawl back to the cage, but VOSGRÖNE kept slamming him back down and relentlessly hunted for submissions. In the first round alone, the German prospect went for several choke attempts and of course his signature heel hook, but Erhan somehow survived.
Might give up his back again. Both hooks in.
Combat grappling, sometimes that's all you need, that squeeze across the chin and you can get the tap.
However, right after the break, the Neanderthal once again slammed him down and this time locked in a tight arm triangle choke.
Ron follows him, he's aware of what he's trying to do.
But as you pointed out, the cage is there and the tap.
First of all, I disagree. Wasn't an unbelievable performance. Could have done much better, but for the first MMA fight, yeah, it was okay. But yeah, I'm not really happy with how I fought. Wasn't that great, but yeah, looking forward to go back training now and then hopefully get another fight real soon.
It's worth noting that finishing with an arm triangle was no accident. Over the years on the grappling mats, Frederic had mastered dozens of deadly submissions, but two of them became his trademarks, the heel hook and the arm triangle. VOSGRÖNE understood these submissions so well that most of the time he didn't even have to force openings. The submissions just found him. Now back to his career path. Sadly, it wasn't the most epic debut, and maybe because of that or other challenges we don't know about, Frederic didn't rush back into the cage. Instead, he returned to his roots on the grappling mats, competing in several major tournaments including events under the ADCC banner. It seemed like the lone fighter would remain VOSGRÖNE's only foray into MMA, but then, in 2024, shocking news broke. FREDERIC was making his MMA comeback. This time, his opponent was a huge fellow German, Christian Fischer. Fischer, a southpaw, came in ready to throw heavy hands, but before he could even set his feet, VOSGRÖNE shot in for a takedown. Christian had no idea what hit him, and before he could react, FREDERIC switched gears and attacked the heel. A few masterful moves later, the tattooed brute was frantically tapping out. Victory in just 16 seconds.
Position das gucken muss, wie kriegt er die das ist vorbei. Das war's. Oh, da wird mein Grappling-Trainer sich freuen.
It's fair to say that this was the true start of FREDERIC's professional MMA career. Thanks to his lightning-fast win, extensive experience, and the primal roar he let out after the fight, VOSGRÖNE caught the attention of serious European promoters. But before signing him to a big promotion, they wanted to see him in action one more time. Just 2 months later, the Neanderthal returned to the cage, facing the aging French fighter Nicolas Djurdjevic, who had a losing record. FREDERIC didn't reinvent the wheel, he went straight for what he knew best, took the opponent down and heel hooked him. This time, it took him less than 2 minutes. You know, the heel hook is one of those submissions that's almost impossible to land in MMA. But FREDERIC didn't just land it once, this madman did it twice in a row. No wonder after such a performance, the Neanderthal was immediately signed by one of Europe's biggest promotions, Octagon. The promoters knew they had something special on their hands and they didn't want to waste any time. They matched him up right away against the top-ranked opponent, Ulrich Montagnac. At the time, the Frenchman was 5-1 in the organization and just one step away from a title shot. Technique? Trickery? No, I'm going straight through you. That's FREDERIC's life motto. Instead of slowly closing the distance, this primal beast grabbed Montagnac's leg and refused to let go until he dragged him down.
Wahnsinn! Montagnac zieht ihn hier am Bein hinter sich her. Und Ulrich Montagnac hat eine ganz gewaltige Menge an Problemen jetzt.
Und selbst in der Unterlage ist es immer noch gefährlich. Genau diese.
Then he immediately hunted for a heel hook, and when that didn't work, he switched to dominant position and started raining down strikes.
Maximal geile.
By the second round, the battered Frenchman wasn't nearly as lively. VOSGRÖNE easily took him down again and unleashed double the punishment.
Oder die Armtriangel. Achtung, dass nicht übergerollt wird. Da kommt er.
Midway through, the Neanderthal moved into mount and slapped on his second favorite submission, the arm triangle choke. At first, it seemed like Ulrich might survive the pressure, but when his hand went limp, the referee realized, oh, it's time to save him.
War das der Tap?
Es war nicht der Tap, aber es sah gerade erst so aus. Ich war gerade auch ein bisschen verunsichert. Und ich glaube, Montagnac ist schlafen gegangen.
After this utterly dominant victory, the primal powerhouse gave an interview where he called out the champion. And guess what? The champ stepped into the cage.
He did well. It was a good fight. Fair play to him. He impressed me. He did a bit better than I thought he would.
Besides some words of respect, the champion made a promise. If FREDERIC beats one more ranked opponent, they'll throw down. VOSGRÖNE accepted without hesitation and promised his fans he would charge full speed into the title hunt. In another post-fight interview, the Neanderthal opened up about the challenges he faced preparing for the fight.
Ja, keine Ahnung, ich hatte auch vor 2 Wochen hatte ich auch eine relativ schwere Knieverletzung. Ich konnte eine Woche lang quasi nicht gehen. Ich konnte noch vor einer Woche konnte ich kaum gehen.
And shared the direction he wants to take in his career.
noch nicht so lange MMA im Vergleich, oder ich habe jetzt die letzten 6 Monate intensiv Stand gemacht, aber davor halt so 2 Jahre, aber immer nur so ein bisschen, immer mehr Grappling, teilweise dann 1, 2 Monate, wo ich gar keinen Stand oder MMA gemacht habe. Deswegen können sich die Leute auch in Zukunft, ja, ich denke in 1, 2 Jahren wird mein Stand auch auf so einem hohen Level sein, dass mich dann niemand mehr besiegen wird.
The promoters decided to strike while the iron was hot, and almost immediately after FREDERIC left the cage, they announced his next opponent. It was supposed to be the former UFC fighter and British veteran Tom Breese, who had already lost to VOSGRÖNE in a grappling match.
The heel hook, Freddie VOSGRÖNE!
Unfortunately, that fight was later cancelled, and instead, VOSGRÖNE will face a tough Argentinian, Lucas Alcina. Their fight is scheduled for June 14th, and if the Neanderthal secures a spectacular win, he will become the division's #1 contender. And that's it for today. Did you enjoy the video? Then don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Hey, what do you think? Can FREDERIC make it to the UFC? Does he have the potential to become a champion? Let me know in the comments below.